Hello Leo, it's election day. Hope you voted. If not, you still have time. I'm going to get your pieces here. I'm going to pick them out with the dice. If you haven't been here before, I'll explain it again. We have 44 in reverse. It's in reverse because this one here is an odd number. Odds are reverse, evens are upright. I'll do it again. Probably recognize your piece, strength with the lion. We got 61 in reverse. All these pieces are made out of clay, a polymer clay, and painted with acrylic vinyl paint. Oh man, you're getting a lot of reversals. 45 reverse. Sometimes reversals are okay. Okay. What do we get for Leo? Leo. Come on. Something positive. That's 41 reverse. Man, that one's coming out. 41. We have two ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. A lot of fours. One more. Then we'll go to I'll pick your pieces. No, that same one came up all the time. What is with that? 93 reverse. You have all reverses. Never had one with all reverses before. I have no idea what that means. I don't know how these numbers correlate to the boxes. We'll find out and I'll be back. Okay, back with your pieces. We're going to take them one at a time, bring them in one at a time, and then I'll give my impression of the entire group as you're reading. First piece we see here is the page of coins. Oh, I have to tell you something. Please remember, everything's in reverse in case I forget to say it. Every single piece, I've never done that, had a reading before with every single piece in reverse. There has been a lot of reversals. Yesterday's reading with Cancer had a similar vibe as yours. So anyway, page of coins in reverse. If you get into the deeper meaning of it, it's about a page. A page can be a woman. The page is the same as a princess. And she's the bride of the gods of the sky. She's seen a lot for a page or princess, because that's usually considered young energy. She has a lot to do with fertility. They talk about her helping others have children. She's carried children herself. She's cared for children. But the dark side is she's been used. In a more contemporary sense, this is about being stuck in a rut. And I have to say, with this pandemic and everything, I have a feeling it's catching up to a lot of us, and we all feel like we're stuck in a rut. And a few of the other pieces here have a very similar feel to them, about not being able to move forward. And we'll go over them one by one. And then I'm going to be able to sum this up pretty quickly, actually. The second piece is Five of Wands. And we did get this either in Cancer or Gemini. This will be the second piece. We'll line them up. By the way, in this piece, these are the bones that surround the womb. That's a little baby in a boat inside the womb itself. I'm going to hold off on those other pieces you see in the background. So the Five of Wands is about conflict, whether it's an upright or reverse. It's about fighting, really. I mean, the traditional tarot card has 5 men with wands. And it looks like they're in a battle. Some say they're practicing, or it's like showmanship or something. In reverse, it's about either being too showy or not having the energy or will to fight. And it's also about competition, and means might not be in the mood to compete, just kind of want to lay back. And again, a couple other pieces have the same vibe going on. So let's move on to the third piece, was the Six of Swords. This is the Six of Swords. This is pretty much what you see in tarot cards. It's about people, well, they face the other way, usually heading off somewhere in a boat. It's usually one child and a woman. I chose to do two. And a lot of different interpretations about that. Some say it's sneaking off, without telling anybody. Others say it's heading for brighter shores. In reverse, and especially in this case, it might mean that they're heading off from difficult situations. That could be either in our minds or emotions. I mean, you have cups here. So this could be about problems in life, money problems or problems with the family. Things that are not in our head are not about our emotions. They're real things, tangible things. Piece in the center, Five of Wands, that could be very action-oriented usually, fiery. The Six of Swords is more about mental, for sure. So it might be because these other problems, trying to move on, but actually in reverse, we're not even doing that. Kind of stuck in place, stuck in our heads, going over and over and over things in our heads. Like I said, there's a lot of tough energy here. Then we go to the Eight of Cups. It's right here. Adjust this a little more. You see that? You might remember the typical Eight of Cups has someone in a dark setting, a guy, man, and in the background you see the sun and the moon at the same time. The moon's usually about situations that are murky, clouded, maybe shrouded in mystery. The sun is the opposite. Brings illumination to everything, warms us, couldn't grow our food without it. So, in reverse, this means almost the same thing as the Five of Swords and the Six of Swords, which is a progression, 5, 6, and now we're at 8. The difference is, this is about emotions because it's cups, rather than thoughts like the air sign. Seems to me we could use the Hermit here, or the Fool. Time to go within. The last piece, I wish it was upright because that would have been a great way to end this. It's the Ace of Cups. It says a fish in a cup. It's usually a really sweet card. It's the start of something new. Could be new love, actually. We do have some, we have cups here, we have swords here, we have wands, we have coins, we have everybody. Nothing's really standing out. I would say, no, I don't feel like anything's really standing out. It's just the overall feeling. Kind of like wanting to get out of Dodge or something, or just tired of doing everything. This one here is about that too. It's not, it's a stalled start. So what we need to do, instead of rushing forward, is to stand back, go within, good time to rest, good time to try to find time to be alone. And really, if need be, get help. Can ask for a friend, or maybe even professional help. Yeah, we should look at this as a whole. Here's the good news. There's no majors here. Yeah, so there's no majors here. Not much fire, Leo, which is you. This whole thing could be about somebody else in your life, actually. But you should already know that if you watch tarot. I would say by just looking at it and looking at the images is very important. We have a child, then we have two children, a little boat there sailing off. So it could have something to do with children, or they're just part of the mix, you know. They're home, maybe they can't go to school and you're doing everything on the computer or whatever, you know. It's driving people crazy these days. But like I started to say, the good news is there's no majors here. So this is not real heavy, intense energy. I mean, you could have had the death card, you could have had the wheel in reverse, or, you know, there's a million things that could have been way heavier where the universe is involved. That's not the case here. So hopefully it's some kind of energy. I can't say it's real fast moving because there's not a lot of winds here, but there is some fire and there is some air, so it's not the slowest either. When I looked at everything, my first impression was, and you're probably going to hate this because everybody hates this, it's like that phrase you always hear, God won't give you more than you can handle. Isn't that annoying? Reminds me of, for Sagittarius, getting the patience card. That we need the patience or we have patience, I don't know. In your case, you have the strength card as your major arcana. So is this saying you need strength now, or you're strong enough to handle anything that's handed to you? Maybe a little both, right? The other thing about this phrase, though, is if you think about it, are we sure that God or Spirit or the universe is the one who gave us these problems? Maybe some are brought on by ourselves. Probably some are. The Christian faith, the Apostle Paul said something like, we sometimes get almost more than we can handle, so we can learn to rely on God. And that reminds me of how karma works, that if we did get a dose of negative karma, we need to pay that off. And that could come to us in many ways. So, I even feel like kind of low. I feel the low energy myself. And I did with Cancer too. Maybe it's from these readings, or maybe it's my own life. I don't know. I don't, on an intellectual level, I don't think that way. But who knows? Sometimes our feelings are buried deep within. But I think what we'll do is, we'll use some cards. We'll clarify something. We'll see what we get from the cards. This is a new deck I got. I only used it once before. I think it's pretty cool. The Hermetic Tarot. The Hermetic Tarot. Based upon the esoteric workings of the Secret Order of the Golden Dawn by Godfrey Dowson. That's the little book that comes with the cards. Let me move this a little. I'll move the camera a little so we can place the cards. Should have enough room there, hopefully. Okay, I already shuffled. We're gonna have to trust me on that. Gonna look for a popper. Maybe we can get some good advice or some other insight. Whoop, there we go, I got one. 7 of Pentacles. Lord of Success, unfulfilled. Well, hate to tell you, it's not great. It's not. It's more of the same. I'm curious about their book. Let me look it up because their meanings are kind of interesting, a little different. 7 of Pentacles in their book. Okay, where the hell is it? Here it is. What? Yes. Okay. They're saying these are clouds. A handful of clouds. A small group of clouds clutches the branches of several roses. Only 5 roses overhang, but they droop and do not touch the pentacles. No other buds are shown, and none are touching or close to the two lower pentacles. The pentacle suggests wheels in motion, unfulfilled success. The general meaning is loss of possible fortune, hopes deceived and crushed, successful dealing short-lived, disappointment, misery, slavery. Oh my God. Is that enough? Oh my God. Let's give it one more. Let's get one more card. Jeez. I hope this reading isn't for a whole lot of people. There we go. One flew on the floor. Oh my God. I don't know if I can reach this one. Well, I swear, yeah. How do I get that thing? I'm not going to get it. That's all. I'm not going to use that one. We'll get another card. Mercury in retrograde is over, but could have fooled me. Okay, we got one. The Seven of Cups. More sevens, sevens, eights. You know, we had 1, 5, 6, and 8 before. Now we have the sevens. So, wait a minute. These are almost the same. If you read the bottom part, Lord of Success Unfulfilled, Lord of Illusionary Success. So this one's, because its pentacle is about real life success, this one is about success in our feelings or in our mind, illusionary success. Wow. Okay, so this reading is pretty much what it is, right? I'm going to pull one more though. I'm going to get something from the RUMI cards. RUMI, 13th century poet. I read that he's like the #1 biggest poet in the United States. I was a little surprised at that. This is the book. Beautiful. Everything about this is great. Alana Fairchild. It's a beautiful book. I even like the back. The back of the cards are beautiful. So let's see what we get. I shuffled before. These are new too. Trying to get a popper. What can we get for Leo? Leo needs something. Leo needs some good information, advice. These are big. The opposite. Big and very colorful. You'll see. Okay, we got one. Don't read reversals in this. The Cloak of Christ. Interesting. I rarely talk about Christianity. I did today, and then this comes out. We have to move you. See if we can get this to stay. Yeah, it'll stay, but we're not going to be able to see everything at once. Come on, man. The Cloak of Christ. Okay? I'm going to look it up in the book. Okay. Page 32. The number 4, in case that means anything to you. In the school of humanity, when you become intimate with God, you reside on the king's throne, and teach the angels the nature of the divine. I'll show it to you. You could screenshot if you want. And I think I'll read just a little more, like one paragraph. Yeah, this is it. This is tying in. It's amazing, really. These things happen, and that's why I love tarot and, digging in, trying to get messages to learn more about ourselves. Okay, listen, you'll be amazed. You are tired, beloved. Your soul has been ravaged inside and out, and you are succumbing to struggle that is not karmic or necessary, but a symptom of fatigue and weariness of heart, mind, body, and soul. That which plagues you, whether something specific or a general nagging malaise or anxiety you cannot quite pin down, is not as powerful as you fear. You are being given a grace, here and now, that it may be overcome. Remember, your reactions are a symptom of your exhaustion and a sign that you need respite, sanctuary, restoration. We talked about that. Yeah. They are not a sign that something must be done so much as a sign that something must be received, allowed, that something is healing, made possible through divine protection. In this instance, protection is bestowed through the cloak of the Christ. Okay. It's tough reading, but it looks like we're on the right track. Let's hope this moves through quickly, but sounds like some grounding is needed. Take a look at other readings, you have your sun, moon, rising, Venus. Maybe you'll learn some more there or get some confirmations. Okay, so thank you, Leo. Probably see you later in a month. Please remember to comment, like, subscribe, and share. Love you all.